It happened in '06 in a small town in Minnesota. One day Lester, who was nearly 40 years old, bumped into his high school friend Sam on the street. Sam was his schoolyard bully and his worst nightmare. Lester wanted to say hello to Sam, but what he didn't expect was to be humiliated.
What was the name of that girl you went with in high school? You know, she gave me a tug once. You saw.
We're married now, going on 18 years.
Oh, Dad, that's embarrassing.
It seems that Sam is still his nightmare and he is still being bullied by Sam. At the moment, all Lester can do is stay away from here. But the cocky Sam didn't seem to want to let go. He stopped Lester in 2 or 3 steps and tried to show his son how he beat him up. But before Sam could do anything, Lester just scared to him and crashed his head into the glass and broke his nose. Lester then walked the distance to the hospital with a bruised and humiliated look on his face. While waiting for his number to be called, he opened a bottle of drink and tried to take a sip, but with a broken nose he couldn't. And just as he was getting desperate, a stranger next to him suddenly said, "Can I have a sip?" Lester was a bit confused, but he didn't refuse, so he handed over the drink and the two of them took the opportunity to chat. The man named Marvo, and he asked him what happened to his face. At first Lester didn't want to admit that he had fallen, but the clever Marvo saw right through it. Lester stopped pretending and talked to the stranger about all his problems with Sam, and he told the stranger all about his conflict with Sam and his suffering. But Marvo was surprised when he heard him say, "Lester, why didn't you fight back? He humiliated you in front of your 2 kids and your wife. If he were you, he would have killed him." Lester thought Marvo was bragging, so he couldn't help but dislike him. But what Lester didn't know was that Marvo was really an assassin on a mission. So time passed and soon the night came and the arrogant Sam was drinking in the bar. But there was a pair of eyes watching him in the dark. While he was having a good time after a few drinks, a flying knife went straight into the back of his head. The woman in the bar fainted from the shock. By the time the police arrived, the murderer had already disappeared. The next day on the other side of the world, Lester heard his boss talking about Sam's death as soon as he got to work. It was as if he had been hit in the head. He knew what Sam's death was all about,